Hello, I am Grace and welcome back to another video. This is for political sides and we're responding to the video about we're responding to a video that was a sign about. It's called Congress Out of Order. And basically what this video goes over is how the way Congress functions is not very efficient at getting stuff done, and it's not how it was back in the 1800s when it was first started. When Congress was first started, back when they wrote down the thing on the paper, a piece of paper, the important piece of paper they made. They didn't anticipate that there would be budgets for campaigns that would go out the wazoo, as you would say, and they would spend a bunch of money campaigning and focus on campaigning, and they're focused on where their money's coming from. And all of what it said in videos, a lot of the people who fund the campaigns are extremists, so either on the far left or on the far right. And this is leaving not a lot of space for the centrists or the people who will like make both parties agree on stuff, so stuff isn't getting like rejected by one party and accepted by the other party, so nothing is happening. And that's not very good for getting anything efficiently done in Congress. An example it pulls up is, did it mess up my diary again? Quick thing. Okay, did it mess up diary? Diary is, I think this is just call it full art. Full art 230k. So a lot of the issue is with the system we found ourselves in. I didn't notice the way this is more food that I just like fried. Okay, in the system we found ourselves in, the issue is they be using too much money on their campaigns, and they removed the cap. There used to be a cap. But now they can just fund endless amounts of money into campaigning. And this is an issue that the people with a lot of money can spend a lot of time making campaigns, and people who sell a lot of money is a lot of money is going into the campaigns, and like getting there's like they talked about getting speech coaches for political people, and you gotta pay those people. Famously, people like to get paid. It's a fact that many people don't like, but people do like getting paid for jobs, and they gotta pay them to do the job. So if they want them to do something, they gotta pay them to do it. And if they want to get the people in the House of Representatives and the people who are in Congress, who are running to be Congress people, I think they're called senators and the people of the House, they need to pay the other people, and they gotta pay the campaign people, and they gotta get funding from people. It's all just a pipeline of getting funding, and that doesn't lead to good policy, and there's not a lot of agreement between the parties. This video was made 8 years ago, but a lot of the things it says in the video, like how divided the two parties are becoming, is very. I gotta go to class. Wait, I gotta go to class. It's very true to how the gate is bugging out. Did you see that balloon? That balloon is literally crashing out. Anyways, the system is not doing so good. We're not getting bills passed. We're not getting anything efficiently handled. And we're not. We select people to get progress done, to do politics, and they're not doing politics because they're too focused on making sure that they're being accepted by the people who elected them, and making sure they like them. I got a C. Yeah, checks out. Next class is basketball, so I'll be balling. They need to. What do I say? Like the PNG I made it myself. I threw it together and maybe took me 30 minutes to get the PNG to move correctly, because it's not the default one. So good job me on that one. I'll figure out how to use the program another time. So, speaking of Congress, they mentioned Obama and how the Democrats liked what he was saying and the Republicans didn't like what he was saying. And that's very much how it's been for the past, ever since I've been alive. I haven't been alive that long. I don't remember a time where it wasn't very divided between the parties. There wasn't like, if you voted the other side, they would kill you in the stakes on Twitter.com, and they would burn you at the stake like you were rich if you voted on the side they don't like. Everything is very divided, and there's not a lot of crossover, as they said in the video, was between the people who are the centrists, the people who can appeal to both sides. Because appealing to both sides is how we should be getting stuff done. Because what's the point of just like doing something if the other side is just gonna be like, oh, we don't like you, so we're gonna like not let you do that. That's not very efficient of the government to do. It's not very efficient for me to mish these baskets. Oh my god, I'm usually really good at this. Trust me. I'm really good at this. I'm really good at this minigame. Just like how some politicians, it's like they're playing basketball in real life, but in Royal High, and they're taking the shots, and they're missing because there's a reason why the Americans don't trust the people in the Senate and the Congress as much as they're like one of the least trusted groups out of professionals, because they're not getting a lot of stuff done. If progress does happen, it's really slow, and it needs to be a little bit faster. Like we could speed it up a little bit, but maybe they do need to go play basketball. Another thing they mentioned in the video is they don't. I think this wasn't in like the video, maybe in class, but they talked about how the Republicans and Democrats don't go eat lunch together. Like they should probably do that. They should hang out. You can't really like appeal to the other side if you don't know what they're like doing it. They used to hang out with each other. They used to have lunch together, but they don't anymore because it's become so divided. When they said the Congress is at gridlock, it's because half of the people have opposing views. When the opposing views is causing nothing efficient to happen. We have problems like me only shooting 14 baskets when I usually shoot more. I'm usually balling, but I got 700 diamonds, so it's fine. I'm not doing English. I'm stopping out. I'm not doing that class. Anyways, going on to my next point. From my experience seeing political content online on Twitter.com, as a Twitter user of myself, I do use Twitter a good bit, more than I would like to admit, but I do use Twitter, and I do see some political content. Not as much as I see on YouTube. Like YouTube is the cesspool for finding yourself in a political wormhole in a way. But on Twitter, it's very easy to get people like listening to opinions that like reinforce their opinion. That's what it said in the video. And a lot of people on Twitter, big posts reinforce already existed ideas. If you are far left or far right, you'll be in your own ecosystem. You're not really mingling with the other side. Which is also in the video said the crazies can access the crazies more. I think that was funny. Yeah, because the crazy people are getting access with the other crazy people, and now they're mingling and talking about their crazy ideas. Like we should limit video games. That's not one of them. One example I can find is on Tumblr.com, which is a site many people believe is dead, but this death is highly exaggerated. Tumblr is a place where your feed, they call it a feed. It's not called a feed, it's called your dashboard. is entirely influenced on who you follow and who they reblog. And one of the things they mentioned in the video is people can just say things that are incorrect, and they don't have to put their name behind it, and they don't have to like say who made that post. They can be like, oh yep, source came to me in a dream, and no one's gonna be like, oh you're just making stuff up, you're just pulling stuff out of nowhere. You can't just go on the internet and spread lies. But many cases, people will just log on to Twitter and say something incorrect. But on Tumblr, what I've noticed is people will say things that's blatantly wrong, and they're doing it just for the bit. They're not even doing it to spread information. They're doing it for the bit. And you can think about how politicians do stuff. Maybe they're doing it for the bit of, I need the people funding me to like me, so I gotta post crazy stuff for the bit. Like I gotta appeal to these extreme groups for the bit. That's how I feel they're functioning. Like how I'm functioning to be really bad at this game. My times are so good, but not today. Not when I'm recording. It's always worse when you start recording yourself and you realize how bad you are on camera. The point of this game is to get me more candies. That's why I'm doing this, so I can buy items from the candy shop. That's a lure part of the game. Do I think, in my opinion, to end this video out, because we're going on almost 15 minutes, and the attention span of the basic people is not that long. I'm gonna be real. Attention spans are low. You guys have low attention spans on YouTube, and I'm treating this like a YouTube video. And since I assume my audience is all 12, they won't understand this analogy unless I make it American. So imagine a hamburger. That's American politics. Now imagine the hamburger, but half of the condiments and like ingredients were taken out because the other half doesn't like each other. That's American politics explained to Americans. Imagine a hamburger. And do I think our system is out of order? Kinda. It's if it's shown to not do stuff for many years or weeks, where our government's the only one that regularly shuts down or has the threat of shutting down. Normal governments don't just decide we can't pass a budget, so we're just gonna turn it all off for a little bit until we can decide on one. Other governments figure stuff out before they shut down. They figure out what's the problem and fix it before they shut down. I was really close to getting that one. And if our government is shutting down as much as it does, as it is right now, what's to say it won't do it again? Man, I'm balling at this game. And that is all for this video on Royale High Let's Play, where we play Royale High and talk about politics, everyone's favorite combination. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And like for more videos like this. If you don't like this type of content, tell me in the comments down below. And the next video will be, we'll talk about the economy of Royale High. Drink water, goodbye.